Good afternoon. It is Saturday, November 18th. So what I did was I went up to Tractor Supply and got a piece of 1-inch round stock. I needed 7/8, but they didn't have it. Only had like 3/4 and just standard pieces. So I got a piece of 1-inch, and we're going to take a 1-inch drill and open this up because I mean it only needs just a little bit and it'll be fine. So that's what we're going to do with this. I've already got this marked to be cut, and what I'm going to do is use a hole saw to cut this. That way you have like a half moon shape in there, and it makes it easier to weld the piece that's going to slide through here to the leg itself. So that's where we are, and that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. Okay, I've got this piece cut, and I'll show you. You can see it's like bird's mouth or however you want to call it. But anyway, so this piece will attach just like this, and you see how nice that is. That's going to make that easier to weld. Now, like I said earlier, they didn't have 7/8. All they had was 1 inch. And I thought I had a 1-inch drill, but I do not. So I took a little metal cutter right here. This bit goes in like an angle grinder, and I just lightly went around inside of there until I had just enough clearance where this will fit in there and won't be too loose or anything like that. So now I've got to do the back side of it, and then we'll be ready to make sure it's lined up. But after putting this in here and trying to line it up with the back side, it's way off. So probably gonna have to bend this back to get it to line up, but we'll take care of that when we get to it. So let's get back to making noise and metal shavings. And the key is to do a little bit at a time and then test fit it so you don't take too much off. And now, I know where the issue is. It's this plate right here, this outer place for your locking pin. That's what's off. So, what we're going to do is cut this off, cut this outer plate off, clean all this up, and then we're going to put the pin back in here, and then we're going to weld this back together, and that should get us where we need to be. Yep, that's what we need to do. So we go ahead and get that cut off. I think it's just a weld right here and one under the bottom. So we switched air tools and get a cut off wheel, and we'll go from there. There we go. So, find out what I did with the piece. I know I got it right here somewhere. But anyway, what we're going to do now is clean this up and clean this up. Run the short piece through here. Put this plate back on and make sure that it's square. And then we're going to weld it back in. All right, I've got everything clamped and ready to go. The pin is here, and it's a little play in it, but once I put the spring and stuff in the back, it'll be all right. But the biggest concern is that it moves freely between the front and the back without any binding. So we'll put a couple of tacks right here, and then we'll do a little bit on the bottom, and then we'll come back and finish this up, and hopefully it won't draw or move, and this pin will still move freely between the front and the back bracket. So let's give it a shot. test the pin again. That works. Alright, so I'm gonna weld the bottom, and then we'll come back and weld the top. Alright, this is pretty much what it's going to look like. I'm going to weld the short piece to the upright, or to the leg, and then I've got a piece of flat stock that I'm going to weld to the bottom of it so that it doesn't sink in the ground. And this piece here, the short piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in here, put a cotter pin in it, and then I'm going to have a spring that'll go from here that'll be on the inside of there, so when you pull the leg out to rotate it and get it out of the way, once you let go, then the spring will hold this in place to keep it from falling back down and breaking. So that's pretty much it. It's done, other than the last couple of things, which shouldn't take long. But it's late and I'm going home. I'm tired. I've been down at the shop since, well, I've been going since about 7:30 this morning, so about 13 hours. So that's it for this. Once I get it welded up and stuff, I'll include a picture or whatever. It may make it into this video, or it may make it into the next video, but either one, you'll get to see the finished product. So that's it, and I'd like to say thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing if you're a new subscriber, and thank you for returning if you are a continuous supporter of the channel. And as always, have a great night from Old Red Tractors, and we'll see you next time.